Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. The past couple of days have been absolutely insane, have they not? Between Call of Duty XP and the multiplayer reveals for both Infinite Warfare as well as Modern Warfare Remastered. And of course the trailers that we've gotten, of course, for the fourth and final DLC for Black Ops 3, the Salvation DLC, it's just been an absolute flurry of Call of Duty news and info, speculation, new stuff to learn about. It's been insane the past couple of days. And as I'm sure you guys are well aware, I am so excited for Modern Warfare Remastered. I have just been watching gameplay. So much freaking gameplay of that game has come out as a result of COD XP. So many people have permission to upload their stuff to their YouTube channels, and there's so much footage on YouTube. I've watched almost all of it at this point. I'm so excited for the game. But with all of this stuff with Modern Warfare Remastered, I almost forgot about Infinite Warfare. I haven't really talked about Infinite Warfare. I haven't really made a video about Infinite Warfare's multiplayer besides showing off the trailer as well as the multiplayer overview, which you guys should definitely check out that video. I don't believe the multiplayer overview is actually anywhere else on YouTube from an official source anyway. And as a result, you guys should check out that video because it actually tells you a lot about the game. It tells you a lot about how the weapon system is going to work with the variants and the crafting system and rigs and just a lot of stuff. It's a really good video, but I wanted to make this video letting you guys know my thoughts and feelings towards Call of Duty Infinite Warfare based upon the trailers that we've gotten, as well as, of course, a bunch of gameplay. I've watched a bunch of gameplay today to try to familiarize myself with the game. And the first thing that I would like to point out is the fact that the game looks a lot like Black Ops 3. In a lot of respects, if I had to make a comparison, I'd say it's kind of like Infinity Ward's adaptation of Black Ops 3. And of course, they added in new things. Every single year, they add in new things. And every single year, it looks very confusing. It's almost overwhelming when you look at a multiplayer reveal for a new Call of Duty because there's so much stuff that just is foreign to us. We don't know what it quite means. Whereas if I look at the Modern Warfare Remastered trailers and the gameplay of that game, I can tell you every little minute detail about that game. Like, oh yeah, this gun, you got this perk, this attachment, this map, oh yes, that grenade spot, oh I remember that one's a doozy. I can tell you guys everything about that game. Whereas when I look at Infinite Warfare stuff, it's like, I can't quite tell you what's happening here. I'm a little bit confused right now. This is a lot to take in all at once. So, the movement system. It's going to be similar to Black Ops 3. Reports are actually coming in from people that played the game at COD XP that it doesn't feel like you can jump as high or wall run as far, but it's going to feel like Black Ops 3's movement system, which is probably a good thing, honestly. If you're going to have a new movement system of some kind, something that's not traditional boots on the ground similar to old school Call of Duty, then I would like it to be Black Ops 3. It's a lot better, in my opinion, than the exosuits that we had in Advanced Warfare. It's a little bit more grounded, and according to people at COD XP, it feels like a more grounded version of Black Ops 3's, so that could be a good thing, but that could just be subjective. I mean, these guys are not at their own stations, you know? They're at this event, they're playing at, like, this booth. Like, they're not super comfortable playing, and so maybe their perception of the game is a little bit clouded because they don't feel natural using the controller that they're using and playing on the system that they're playing on and playing at the venue they're playing at and stuff like that, you know. So take that with a pinch of salt. It may actually be slightly slower than Black Ops 3's, or it could be the same. We'll have to see. I've noticed that they are going to be making score streaks have a return, which is pretty good. You know, score streaks are definitely nice. It rewards people playing the objective, and they've talked about several times with the multiplayer maps that they want them to be 3-lane style maps, small to medium size, with a variety of locations. Like, we're going to be seeing maps on the moon, but we're also going to see stuff on Earth that looks very traditional and stuff that we're used to looking at. And of course, we're going to be on other planets and stuff like that. And so the maps look pretty interesting from the stuff I've actually seen. But the big thing I want to talk about, of course, would be the rig system as well as the weapon crafting system. Because these are going to be two things that I think really separate Infinite Warfare from the rest of the Call of Duty games out there. So rigs, what are these? If you guys don't know, they are basically the return of specialists, although kind of not. So rigs, I'm showing you guys some footage here from the multiplayer overview. They are going to be basically like this loadout that you pick. Similar to these specialists that we had in Black Ops 3, these rigs are going to have a weapon, otherwise known as a payload, and they're also going to have an ability, otherwise known as a trait. Now, to my understanding, there are going to be 6 different rigs, and each of these rigs is going to have 3 different payloads and 3 different traits to choose from. So do the math if you guys would like, but there's going to be a lot of combinations here. This is really going to make or break the Infinite Warfare multiplayer, because these are going to be similar to specialists, but you're also going to have basically passive abilities as well as active ability weapons. weapons. These things are a big deal, right? This is definitely going to play a role in every single Infinite Warfare multiplayer match, and it's going to determine the outcome of the game in a lot of circumstances. So I'm interested to see more about these. I've watched a lot of gameplay so far, and the ones that you really notice, like some of these things are like passive abilities, like some of your like getting kills and stuff like that will give you like 10% more score and stuff like that, which is nice, but you don't really get to see that on your screen. It's kind of hard to take that all in. What you can really take in is the payloads or the weapons of these things. I mean, we've seen ones where some really weird ones. You have this one that basically takes your character and puts him down on all fours and runs like an animal, and he will actually run up and melee people like it's a melee only thing. I've seen other ones where you can run around with like a big hip fire only light machine gun, which looks right up my alley. I really liked the rippable turret back in Advanced Warfare. I've seen one where it's like really powerful akimbo weapons. If you guys remember back to one of the Infinite Warfare reveals, you had this shotgun, right, which had a really weird sight with a bunch of dots on it that would all lock onto your target after a short time and then one-shot them. It was pretty similar to that, but it was with a sniper rifle, and that was a payload for one of the various rigs. Like, there's so many of these things, and it's definitely going to be interesting to actually try these things out. If you guys haven't heard, there actually is going to be a beta for Infinite Warfare. The first one is going to be on October 14th of 2016, of course, and it's going to be on the PlayStation 4 first because of their exclusivity deal that they have with Activision. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing that. Then it's also going to be coming out on the Xbox One at a later time. And to my understanding, we're not actually going to be having a multiplayer beta for the PC, unfortunately. What is with you poor PC guys? Like, I have this really nice PC, and part of me is like, maybe I'll make the full transition, you know? Then another part of me is like, PC gets screwed so often with things like no Titanfall beta on PC. Now we're going to have no Infinite Warfare beta on PC. It's like, man. And then the freaking Battlefield 1 beta on PC has been super buggy and down half of the time that's actually been live, whereas it's been working a little bit more on console to my understanding. Like, PC seems to get screwed over so much. But yeah, those are the rigs. I'm interested to try these things out. They're going to be a big deal, and honestly, they're probably going to make or break the Infinite Warfare multiplayer. Next up, let's talk about the weaponry. If you guys have not heard, the weapons of Infinite Warfare are going to be absolutely insane. So we're going to have weapons that are going to basically have multiple functions. We've already learned in the past, a long time ago, and I've made videos about this, about the various weapon manufacturers that are going to be available in the game and how they're actually going to create guns, similar to Borderlands, whereas, you know, back in Borderlands, you have, like, I don't know, Torque, which is known for having, like, race car themed weapons almost, and they're always explosive. You're going to have stuff like that in Infinite Warfare. Like, for example, you're going to have Kendall Ballistics, which is going to be a manufacturer in Infinite Warfare that makes classic ballistic style weapons that we're used to seeing in the Call of Duty franchise. On the other end of the spectrum, you're going to have a company like Mishimo, which is going to make fast firing energy weapons, right? So there's going to be a lot of these different weapon manufacturers. They're going to specialize in different things. A lot of the guns in Infinite Warfare are going to basically have multiple functions. We've seen tons of gameplay already of a submachine gun that you can pull apart to become dual machine pistols, and then you can put back together to become a submachine gun again. Like, a lot of these weapons are going to have functionality like that, but there are also going to be more things on top of that. There are going to be craftable weapons in Infinite Warfare. So there are going to be 4 weapon variant varieties, I suppose, or tiers. There's going to be the common, there's going to be rare, there's going to be epic, and then there's going to be legendary. The variants are going to add various perks as well as skins to the weapons, and you can actually craft these things by using scrap, which is something that you earn in game. They haven't said so far whether or not supply drops are going to return. They also haven't said whether or not you're going to be able to purchase scrap, although if I know Activision, we're going to be able to purchase that scrap pretty early on. Not much else is honestly known about the weapon variants. You're going to have your standard weapon, right? Let's take, for example, the Ripper. We're just going to use that because that's a weapon that everybody knows back from Call of Duty Ghosts, and it's going to be returning in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. You're going to have your Ripper, right? Then you play a bunch of matches, you earn a bunch of scrap by playing those matches, then you can use that scrap to upgrade it from common to rare. Now that it's rare, it's going to have special abilities like, I don't know, more damage at range, or maybe it's something like it'll actually give you more points towards your score streaks every time you get a kill and stuff like that. Then there's going to be an epic variant and a legendary variant, and each of these things are going to make it even better by giving it different little perks and benefits. And this seems just almost too easy for them to implement supply drops. I'm really hoping that supply drops aren't going to be in Infinite Warfare, but the crafting system, if it's a pure wholesome, not trying to nickel and dime you system, it sounds pretty cool, honestly. Like, you get to really take a weapon that you like and continue to upgrade it, unlock new skins for it, and unlock new traits and like abilities for it, basically. Or, I guess passives. Abilities makes it sound like it actually does more than it actually should. But I think that sounds pretty cool, honestly. Like, one of the really cool ones that we were able to see was if you actually unlock this legendary variant of a weapon, it will actually allow you to get a tactical nuke with that weapon if you go on a 25 kill streak using it. So we did get to see that there is going to be a return of nukes in this game, but it has to be while using a certain weapon that has a certain ability associated to it. So that's really cool to me. I'm definitely looking forward to potentially trying out this crafting system in the beta, because I think we have a lot of questions about this, and even people that were able to play the game early and they were there at COD XP, even those guys don't really have a lot to say on this because they don't know too much about the crafting system either. So this is something that I would definitely like to learn about. I mean, they've also added in tons of other little tiny features to Infinite Warfare. Like, I saw that they have player health bars above their heads, like friend or foe, which is just, it's a small thing, but it's something that we've never actually seen in the Call of Duty franchise before. And I kind of like it. Like, if you're like shooting at somebody, you're like lighting them up, and then they like end up killing you, you can see how much health they actually have left. And when people make call outs like, oh, he's one shot, well, you can actually tell whether or not they're actually one shot because you can actually see their health. Or if you say to yourself, wow, I was lighting up that guy, how'd he kill me? From now on, well, I should be able to see the health bars of those guys. So I think that's actually kind of a cool change. The 2-hit melee system is going to be back. You know, you're able to one-shot them with a melee attack anyway from behind, but 2 to the front. And they're also going to be working to make equipment a very big deal by having tons of different tools and gadgets. I've seen so many things so far with Infinite Warfare, but it kind of goes all the way back to what I said towards the beginning of the video. It's so much to take in all at once that I'm honestly a little bit overwhelmed, but it looks like, to summarize, the Infinity Ward adaptation of Black Ops 3 with some Advanced Warfare stuff thrown in there. Like, it basically takes Ghosts, Advanced Warfare, and Black Ops 3 and just throws in everything all together, and then poof, you have Infinite Warfare, right? So I'm looking forward to playing the game. I'm still hyped for it. Like, I see people that are like upset about the game and they don't want to play it, and you know, people have been saying that basically since they revealed it, but I'm looking forward to playing it. There is going to be a beta, and I'm looking forward to playing the beta both on PlayStation 4 as well as Xbox. That's a benefit of having both consoles, I suppose, is I can participate in both betas. And just like with the Black Ops 3 beta, I'm going to be making as many videos as possible and putting in as many hours as I can. Like, I only remember I put in days upon days of playtime into the Black Ops 3 beta. I played it so ridiculously much, and I plan to do the same for Infinite Warfare. I plan to try to learn everything that I can about the game, the weapons, the crafting system, the rigs, and all the various stuff. I imagine they may limit us in the amount of rigs we can actually use, but maybe not. Maybe there'll be a secret hidden rig similar to what they did with Black Ops 3 and their specialists. We'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. I'm looking forward to the game, though. I'm excited for it. There's just so much to take in right now. It's difficult. It really is. Like, I can watch all the gameplay I want, and I can try and familiarize myself with it, but like, when I'm watching, for example, like somebody play on the map, right? And I'm just watching them run around, I have no idea. I have no context of what is happening. I'm like, is that a good spot to be? Like, where is he on the map? Like, I have no idea where he's going. I don't know the name of the weapon he's using. I have no idea what his trait right now is, or his payload, or what's about to happen. Like, he just threw down a piece of equipment. What does that thing even do? Like, there's so much to take in right now, and most of our questions will be answered in about a month's time. Again, we can play the beta, which starts on October 14th for PlayStation 4 first, and then probably a week or so later for the Xbox. Our questions will be answered. You know, we'll be able to play the game, but right now, I'm going to continue watching all the gameplay that I can. I'm going to continue to try and learn everything I can, and I'm looking forward to playing the game, and I'm still hyped for Infinite Warfare, although I'm telling you guys, Modern Warfare Remastered, I think I'm going to play more Modern Warfare Remastered this year. I'm so excited for this game. I cannot wait. Like, I'm already just fiendishly waiting to be able to start playing that game, start prestiging again. I want to get to 10th prestige again in that game as fast as possible. You know, I want to play with all these guns. I want to play on all the maps, which we're going to be getting all 16 maps. I want to play that game so bad. But Infinite Warfare looks pretty good as well. It's going to be a good year. It's definitely odd, though, looking at Infinite Warfare versus Modern Warfare Remastered, because it's like, this is what COD used to be, and this is what COD is now. It's like the past and present almost kind of colliding together in one bundle. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are as well. And those are my thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, on Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. Drop me a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.